Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Coming to you live from the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center on the campus of Bellevue University, we present to you Championship Saturday for the 2024 North Star Athletic Association Women's Volleyball Tournament. Today's championship matchup between the number 1 seed, the Bellevue University Bruins, and the number 3 seed, the Dakota State University Trojans. Good afternoon once again, everyone. Mick Krupski back behind the microphone. This should be an outstanding matchup between two very solid teams in a very solid volleyball conference. The Bellevue Bruins 27-3 overall, the conference co-champions, along with the University of Jamestown with identical 9-1 records. The Bellevue Bruins, the number 1 seed, also the number 5 team in the NSAA Coaches Top 25 poll. The Bellevue Bruins on a 13-match winning streak, hoping to make it to 14 and earn that championship trophy. Also hoping to earn that championship trophy are the Dakota State Trojans. They defeated Mayville State in the opening round of the conference tournament last weekend, and last night in a very thrilling 5-set matchup against the number 2 seed, the University of Jamestown Jimmies. Dakota State coming away with a 3-2 victory. One of the most exciting matches we've seen here in the Lozier Center. This is the final volleyball match to be held at the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center on the Coach Jerry Mosser court, as this facility will give way to a new facility on the other side of campus that should be ready sometime this winter or early spring, so volleyball will be getting a new home next fall when they resume to action. The Dakota State Trojans 18-11 overall. They tied for 3rd in the conference with a 5-5 record along with Valley City State. That earned them the number 3 seed in the tiebreaker. The Trojans are receiving votes in that NAIA Coaches Top 25 poll. Last night, the Bruins pretty handily defeated Valley City State University. The Bruins had a couple of double-digit attackers in that game. The Bruins hit 388 overall to secure the victory. As I mentioned, Jamestown defeated by Dakota State in that semifinal matchup. The Trojans, solid defensive game, 88 digs, more importantly 17 blocks at the net to earn that 5-set victory. Before we go any further, we want to take a moment out to recognize some of the special young ladies who were recognized on Thursday night at the Conference All-Star Awards ceremony. Participating in today's matchup for the Bellevue Bruins, 4 first-teamers, including Keely Kivanimi, Eve Fountain, Haley Fleischman, and Savannah Berger. For Eve, the 4th time she was honored by the league. Haley was nominated 3 times over her career. 2nd time honors for Keely Kivanimi, and the 1st time for Savannah Berger. On the 2nd team for the Bruins, Taylin Kiefer, the libero, was honored for the 2nd time in her career, and for the 1st time, setter Mila Iwohi earned 2nd team's honors. Audrey Sanford was the Bruins champion of character, and Bellevue head coach Trish Sedlick was named the coach of the year. Also, Keely Kivanimi, in addition to being named to the first team, she was also named the offensive player of the year and the North Star player of the year. So congratulations to all those young ladies. Well-deserved accolades for them all. For the Dakota State Trojans, they had 4 young ladies on the all-conference squads. 2 second-teamers, setter Madeline Groft and middle Macy Watton, earned 2nd team's honors. For Madeline, that's the 4th time she was honored in her career. First-team members for Dakota State, Sydney Schell, the outside hitter, and libero Kate Van Royen, making that 1st team. Madeline Groft was also named the Trojans champion of character. Taking a look at these 2 teams, Bellevue's hitting .261 on the season, hitting even much better than that last night in the victory, holding opponents to .155 hitting. In an ironic statistical twist, the Dakota State Trojans also holding opponents to .155 on the season. So look for a strong defensive battle here today between these 2 solid teams. The Trojans hitting .213 to the .261 mark for the Bruins. Bellevue bringing a lot of firepower. Keely Kivanimi averaging 3.5 kills per set. E. Fountain 3.3. 5 other Bruins with 100 or more kills on the season. Last night, both Keely and Eve wound up with 10 kills. Haley Fleischman with 9, and Savannah Berger and Sydney Sledge with 7 kills apiece. For the Trojans, Sydney Shell, the top hitter, averaging just under 3 kills per set. And in fact, if she gets 6 kills this afternoon, she will become the all-time career leader in kills for the Trojans. Brooklyn Gage had a strong night last night. She's averaging 2.5 kills per set. And the Watson sisters, Macy and Haley, combined for a 4.4 per set kill average between the two of them. From the setting position, both teams will operate with a 2-setter offense. Mila Iwohi averages 7 assists per set. Tori Runyon averages 5 assists. For the Trojans, Madeline Groff just under 6 assists per set. Maddie Langerock about 4.5. And in fact, Madeline Groff over the 3,000 assist notation in her career. The defense anchored by Taylor Kiefer in the back row for the Bruins, averaging about 4.5 digs per set. Kate Van Royen doing that same libero job for the Trojans, averaging about 5.4. Savannah Berger, the leading blocker for the Bruins. Brooklyn Graves, the leading blocker for the Trojans. Mila Iwohi, the top ace server for Bellevue with 34. Kate Van Royen with 22. This matchup, the third time this season these schools have met. It's always been a very close matchup. In the 2 previous matchups this year, they both went to 3-2 matches, and the Bellevue Bruins winning at home and on the road in Madison, South Dakota. A nice crowd on hand. First, our national anthem. Here's Simon Falcon, the PA announcer, to introduce our lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to center court, where our champions of character team members from Dakota State and Bellevue will begin the match with a ceremonial handshake. Congratulations to Madeline Groff of Dakota State University and Audrey Sanford of Bellevue University on being student athletes who best represent the 5 core values of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. Now let's meet the teams. First, the non-starters for Dakota State. Number 4, Maddie Langroff. Number 5, Hallie Bruflat. Number 6, Haley Waffen. Number 8, Sophie Tuttle. Number 11, Reagan Van Royen. Number 13, Karen Burdock. Number 14, Leilani Weber. And number 20, Tristan Maris. And now the starting lineup for the Trojans. Number 2, Madeline Groff. Number 7, Logan Conlon. Number 9, Macy Watson. Number 10, Hannah Evans. Number 12, Sydney Shell. Number 18, Brooklyn Graves. For Madison Coast State are number 3, Kate Van Royen, and number 17, Allie C. Dakota State is coached by Amy Bienhoff. She's assisted by Laura Babcock and Ashley Hill. And now, let's meet the Bellevue University Bruins. First, the non-starter is Bellevue. Number 1, Audrey Sanford. Number 2, Ellie Butler. Number 4, Lindsay Polk. Number American Mountain is number 15, Taylor Cooper. Bellevue was coached by Chris Sedlick, cheered assisted by Ryan Rose and Jordan Hall.
There you have the starting lineups and the non-starters as well as we get ready for this championship Saturday matchup between the home team Bellevue University Bruins and the number 3 seed, the Dakota State University Trojans out of Madison, South Dakota. The teams shake hands under the net as we get ready for our first serve. The Bruins will be on the left side of your screen to start with their purple uniform tops with gold and white trim. The Trojans on the right side of your screen, they'll have a white uniform top with black and blue trim. Keely Kivanimi, Rayanne Komodo, Savannah Berger, Eve Fountain, Mila Iwohi, Haley Fleischman, and libero Taylor Kiefer, the starting lineup for the Bellevue Bruins. Hannah Evans, Sydney Shell, Brooklyn Grage, Madeline Groft, Logan Conlon, and Macy Wathen, along with libero Kate Van Royen. That's the Trojan lineup. Officials making sure everything is in proper order. The R1 today will be Gregory List. He'll be up on the stand. And the R2, Dave Spencer, checking the lineups there. The Bellevue Bruins subbing in Taylor Kiefer for Savannah Berger, and we're just about ready to go with this one. Bellevue will have the opening serve. Again, we invite you to be part of our broadcast. My text message number is 402-515-7654. I'll give that number to you several times, but let us know who you are, where you are, who you're rooting for, and any other words to make a better broadcast. Here's setter Mila Iwohi for the first serve with the Bruins. On the mark, on serve receive, Madeline Groff to the middle. That one's hit out of bounds, hitting air on our first play of the game. That's going to go against Hannah Evans. The Bruins up 1-0. Nice crowd on hand for this championship matchup. Libero Kate Van Royen there. Outside attack by Sydney Shell. Bruins handle that after the deflection at the net. Here's the right side attack by Keely Kivanimi. The Trojans gets hands on it up there. Groft on the set to the outside again to Shell. That deflects off a blocker's hand and down. So Sydney Shell, now only 5 kills for her to become the Trojans' leading hitter. Shell will rotate to the service line as Haley Wathen checks into the front row. Shell serve handled by Eve Fountain, right on the money to Mila. Back to Eve. Eve Fountain over the top. Couple of hands on it, however. Track down. Set up to this outside attack. And a successful flick of the wrist by Haley Wathen, the senior out of Rapid City, South Dakota. Most of the Trojan lineup from the upper Midwest, South Dakota, Minnesota, Colorado as well. And that one goes long, the first serving error of the afternoon. It makes it a 2-2 game. Checking in for the Bruins, number 4, Kenzie Polk. She'll be in that outside hitter spot today, the junior from North Platte. Fountain back to serve. 4-year starter, 4-year all-conference player for the Bruins. A little tip across the way. Polk there on the dig. Here's Keely Kivanimi, powers off the double block. She just blasted it through off the left arm of Hannah Evans. And the Bruins again take a 1-point lead. Final match in this Gordon Lozier Athletic Center. Bruins hoping to go out with the win. Tipped across by Brooklyn Grage. Haley Fleischman with the set to Keely Kivanimi. That one's in the near corner. So middle, Haley Fleischman picks up the set assist on that one as Keely Kivanimi picks up her second kill. The Bruins up by 2. Eve Fountain, one of the first team all-conference members, a short serve. That's handled by Grage on the overpass. Haley with the blast. Fleischman records a dig. Sydney Shell went down but couldn't control it. And the Bruins up by 3. Bellevue with a 3-set victory last night against Valley City State. The Trojans with a 5-set upset win over Jamestown. Eve, a little spin of the volleyball in her hand. Again, that kind of soft serve. Grage from the outside attack. Fountain gets the dig. Iwohi, the long set across court to Kenzie Polk. Knocked back to the Bellevue side from Groft. Here's Kivanimi going for the middle. Van Royen with the one-handed dig. right side attack, tipped across. Polk handles that one. Iwohi to Polk from the outside, rolls off the top of the net. Dakota State to the near side. Wathen on the attack. Wathen is long on the hit. The Bellevue Bruins pick up another point and a 4-point lead. Bruins did a great job in serve last night, taking Valley City out of system quite frequently. Bruins off to a good serving start today. Fountain a little harder this time at Van Royen, the setter. Quick set, tight. Grades goes up with the tip. She's outside the antenna, and it's outside the line either way. So 7-2 our score. As Amy Wienhoff, the head coach for Dakota State, doesn't like the way this first set has gotten off for the Trojans. She'll call the first timeout. 7-2, Bruins on top in this one. Again, that text message number, if you'd like to send along your greetings, 402-515-7654. As you look down the floor, you see the coach Jerry Mosser signature down there. Jerry Mosser, the longtime coach and athletic director here at Bellevue University. They and his wife Gloria send in frequent texts. We won't be getting one today because they're here in the stands. Also former Bruin player Sierra Aithen. Here's Sierra, the all-time kills leader for the Bruins, and a couple of other Bellevue former players on hand for the final action where they played their careers at Bellevue University. Bruins off to a great start, up by 5 points, 7-2. The Bruins hitting .375 in the early going. Dakota State in negative numbers. Those numbers will change as we go along. Our first text of the afternoon comes from Minnesota. Minneapolis, to be exact. Our family is rooting for Brooklyn Grage on Dakota State. Woo! Say hi to Elena and Heath. Young family members rooting for Dakota State. Hello, Elena, and hello, Heath, as Eve Fountain back to work at the service line. Van Royen having to, on the serve receive. Back row attack by Shell, handled by the Bruins. Kenzie Polk getting that start in the outside position, sends it across. Mila Iwohi down on the floor to try to help it as Taylon Kiefer couldn't handle that initial dig, and the Trojans stopped that long run by Eve Fountain at the service line. Fountain will check out. Allie Butler will check in. Allie, the sophomore out of Omaha, played her high school ball at Millard South. Here's Kate Van Royen, the Dakota Dunes, South Dakota native, to serve. Iwohi and Polk. Kenzie's getting a lot of swings in the early going. Dug up in the back row by Shell to the outside. That one's turned back around by Kivanimi and Fleischman. To the right side, here's Grage going cross court. Too long, out of bounds. Point Bruins. Back to a 5-point cushion. Savannah Berger checks into the game in the front row at middle hitter position as libero Taylon Kiefer, the Council Bluffs, Iowa native, readies to serve. Van Royen on the overpass. Berger sends it right back from the outside. The half-speed roller on the attack by Wathen. Bruins handle that. Keely Kivanimi off the net to Van Royen. Back set from Groff to Grage on the right side. Mila Iwohi makes the dig for the Bruins. Kenzie Polk on the tip, and it'll be a kill. And looks like Haley Wathen got hit in the neck by one of her teammates as they were both diving for the ball. Official comes over to check on her. She's still kind of holding that. Maybe a scratch of a fingernail there. Looks like she's going to be okay. Haley and Macy Wathen, the Rapid City, South Dakota native, sisters on this Trojan squad. Van Royen again on serve receive. Grage the attack from the right side. Allie Butler can handle that. Brooklyn Grage will pick up her first attack of the afternoon. 9-4 our score. Checking in comes Tristan Maris, the freshman from Windham, Minnesota. She had a nice match yesterday against the University of Jamestown. Also checking in is Maddie Lingerock. She'll serve and then be the setter. Just misses the ceiling, and it winds up out of bounds. Good decision there by Keely Kivanimi. I think Allie Butler helped her with the location of that one as that ceiling scraper winds up out of bounds. Point Bruin. Sydney Sledge checks into the ball game for the first time tonight. Sydney, the senior, out of right here in Omaha. Hello again to Debbie Sledge, listening on in on the Bruin Sports Network. Keep cheering for Sydney and the Bruins as Tori Runyon also checks into the game. The freshman setter, top of the net. First serving air against the Bellevue Bruins. 10-5 our score. Bruins doubling up on the Trojans as checking in comes Logan Conlon, the junior defensive specialist from Greeley, Colorado. She had a nice match last night in the back row against the Jimmies. Runyon, back row set to Allie Butler. Dug up by Conlon. Here's the attack from the outside. And they say off the antenna, off the block. And the Trojans will pick up the point. Sydney Schell with her second kill of the match. Now only 4 away from the school record. Here's Conlon once again. Polk on the receiving end. Quick to the middle, Savannah Berger. That ball was still live. It played off the foot of Maddie Lagerock, but it went over to the scorer's bench. Maris gave it chase, but couldn't get there in time. So first swing, first point for Savannah Berger. Eve Fountain back into the front row for the Bruins as Kenzie Polk readies to serve from the far left side of the serving area. Back set to the right side to Maris, and that's going to kill as Kenzie couldn't handle that one. Tristan Maris picks up her first kill. Reagan Van Royen checks in, another sister combination there. She had a nice couple of swings, couple of serving opportunities last night in the victory. Runyon, back set, Sydney Sledge down the line. Off Van Royen and into the crowd. Members of the Bellevue baseball team showing some hands as they caught that one going into the crowd. Here's Fleischman back in for the Bruins. And into serve, Bruins champion of character, Audrey Sanford, the junior out of Brock, Nebraska. Audrey's ready to go, sends it across. Conlon on the receiving end. Langerock has to back up a couple of steps from the outside. Maris, but Eve Fountain and Haley Fleischman there on the double block for the Bruin point. (13-7) as the Bruins continue to extend their lead. Sanford, a second serve for her. Short serve this time, it's going to be a service ace. Kate Van Royen had to come way up but couldn't control it. So Audrey picks up the serve ace and a second timeout from head coach Amy Wienhoff. The Bruins on top, 14-7. That's Audrey's 5th serve ace of the season. All right, let's check back in the queue here, see if we've got any more folks. Let's go BU from Dad and the San Antonio family of Eve Fountain. Glad you guys are listening in once again down there in the Alamo City. And one more great start, Bruins. Keep that energy up. Sending an aloha from Hawaii to you all. Last home game. And we've got hibiscus and palm trees and sunshines coming from Leanne, Rayann's mom out in Hawaii. Again, thanks for joining us. Kimoto family members, thanks for the nice treats that you brought on Senior Day. Bellevue with a strong crew of seniors this year. Eve Fountain, Taylin Kiefer, Sydney Sledge, Haley Fleischman, and Rayanne Kimoto. Always fun to see their twin sisters. Matt Bills, the Bruins photographer, made some life-size cardboard cutouts that greet you when you enter the lobby at the Lozier Center. It's always fun to see the real-life person and their cardboard cutouts. 14-10 as the timeout concluded. Dakota State is now out of timeouts, trying to stop the Bruin momentum in set number 1. Audrey Sanford patiently waits. There's the whistle from Gregory List. And Audrey back to work at the serving line. Conlon on serve receive. Langerock goes across court to Schell. Ray Kimoto right on the money with that dig and pass. And on this near side, Sydney Sledge knocks it down on the right side attack. Bruins have a dynamic duo on that right side with Keely Kivanimi and Sydney Sledge. Sydney picks up her first kill of the match. Keely with 3 from that right side position. Audrey Sanford continuing on serve, doing a nice job from there. Conlon again on the money to Langerock. This time a middle attack. Kimoto there on the dig. Haley Fleischman goes up, tips to a corner. Haley will get the kill. Nice job, first by Ray to take that blast from from Hannah Evans. And then for her teammates to have the court awareness to continue to follow the ball. Bruins with a 9-point lead. Sanford now, I think, with her 6th serve in this rotation. Langerock, right side attack. Maris, hang time. Kimoto on the pass, setting up Eve Fountain on that offside, on that on-hand side. And Eve powers it through for another kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 Bruins recording kills in this set number 1. Great distribution of the ball to different points of attack by the Bruins setters, Tori and Mila. Audrey again on serve, this time a little stronger. Conlon again to Langerock, starting it off. Sydney Schell with the tip. Haley Fleischman gets hands on it. Let's see if Ray can blast this one over. Nice job, Ray, from the behind the line. Right side attack, Tori Runyon hits it back, but it's going to go out of bounds. Credit that kill to Tristan Maris, the freshman from Windham, Minnesota. So that nice long serving string for Audrey Sanford comes to an end as Taylor Kiefer checks back in at the libero spot. And the next server for the Trojans is setter Madeline Groft. Fountain on the money to Runyon. Right side to Sledge. Blockers put it back across. Kiefer is there. Runyon sets it to the middle. Haley Fleischman sees the open spot cross court. Great vision of the court by Haley there to see the most open area was on this near side deep. Mila Iwohi checks back in. She'll now serve and then set the Bruins offense. 18-8 as the Bruins dominating in set number 1. Van Royen, a little off the mark. Set by Evans to the outside to Schell. Sydney Schell gets her 3rd kill of the afternoon. Haley Watson checking back in as Schell rotates to the service line. Fountain tight to the net. Mila able to make the play, tipped across, but tipped wide. Kivanimi trying to go to that cross corner. A little too much angle on that. Schell has been honored 4 times. First or second team member of the All-Squad during her career. Here's Haley Fleischman, winds up and delivers the big hit on the slide play to the right side. 19-10 as Eve Fountain readies to serve once again. Kenzie Polk checks back into the outside spot. Eve a little bit hampered by an abdominal injury, but not showing too many ill effects from that. Here's the right side attack. That one's put down by Brooklyn Grage. Off the set assist from Madeline Groft. Allie Butler back into the back row, replacing Eve. Here's Kate Van Royen. Kenzie Polk on the money to Iwohi. Haley Fleischman, little tip. Nice play to keep it alive by Watson. Cross court, Talon is there to make the play for the Bruins. Second hit attack by Iwohi. Good court awareness by Groff to keep it off the floor, and that one is long on the attack from Brooklyn Grage. Just missed on the cross court attack. Fleischman out, Berger in that middle hitter spot for the Bruins. Head coach Trish Sedlick demonstrating technique to the Bruins front row across the way. Now she'll signal to Taylor Kiefer to serve where she wants it to go. Short serve, and Royen comes up. Back set to Grage. Cross court, Mila Iwohi with a nice dig. Kiefer steps up, feeds Kenzie Polk. Kenzie cross court winner. Van Royen couldn't make the play. And the Bruins back up by 10 once again at 21-11. Bellevue hitting .423. They hit .444 in one of the sets against Valley City last night, but that Kiefer serve goes into the net. Second serving error against the Bruins. So 2 errors, 1 ace on the Bruins serving attack. Again, the Bruins don't just try to patty cake it over. They try to be very aggressive with the serve. Maris back into the front. Langerock back in to serve and set. Southpaw serve on its way. Handled by Butler. Iwohi to Savannah Berger. Dakota State defense had no chance on that quick set from Mila to Savannah as she blasted it down. Berger listed at 6 foot, but she and Haley Fleischman, both of them right around that same size. They play much taller than that in that middle position. Tori Runyon back in to serve. Sydney Sledge back in on the front row. Bruins 3 points away from a set 1 win. Outside attack. Knocked back by the Bruins on the hit by Macy Wathen. They'll hit it outside there once again. Butler on the dig for the Bruins. Runyon to Sledge. Sledge is blocked. The two Wathen sisters combine on that. Macy gives her sister Haley a little friendly shove after that block. Trojans were great at the net with their blocking scheme last night. They picked up 17 total blocks. That's their first of this afternoon's action. Bruins, Kenzie Polk on the attack, deflected at the net. Tipped across by Shell. Butler there for the dig. To the outside, Kenzie Polk off a blocker's hand and down. Kenzie with another kill. The Bruins 2 points away from a set 1 win. Eve Fountain checks back into the front as Kenzie Polk will serve.
Now serving to you, Kenzie Polk.
Kenzie, the powerful serve. Played well by Conlon. Middle attack is put down. That's Macy Wathen. She's had a couple of kills for the Trojans in her rotation across the front. She'll check out. Hannah Evans at 6'3" checks back into the front. And serving is Reagan Van Rooyen. Ray Kimoto, Tori Runyon, Eve Fountain, blocked down. Hannah Evans and Tristan Maris combined on that block against Eve. A little tight to the net. Eve didn't have a lot of maneuverability on that. And the Trojans make the play. They're still behind by 8 at 23-15 as Van Rooyen, Reagan, continues to serve. There's a pretty pass on serve receive. Sydney Sledge on the attack, dug up by Maris after a deflection at the net. Shell, half-speed roller, Fountain there to make the play. Runyon to Sledge, Sydney with the tip, and it'll be a kill for Sydney Sledge. Nice change of pace there by Sydney on the outside as the Bruins are at set point. Fleischman into the middle and Sanford in to serve. Audrey had a nice serving string her first time in. All the Bruins need is one more here. Up to the center, Langerock. She'll go to the middle. That one's tipped, but tipped too long by Hannah Evans. And the Bellevue Bruins come away with a 25-15 victory in set number 1 against the Dakota State Trojans. A nice job of controlling the tempo by the home team as we get ready for set number 2 coming up in just a couple of moments. Keep it right here for more volleyball. We're the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Mick Krupski behind the microphone. Thanks for lending me your eyes and ears on the broadcast again today. Bruins win at 25-15. Let's go Bruins, win a championship today. That's from Morgan Wales parents in Las Vegas/Henderson, Nevada. Glad you guys are with us once again. Morgan visited with us on a post-game show last night. Glad you heard that as well. 402-515-7654 is the number to send me your texts. 382 is the Bruins hitting percentage in set number 1. 086 for Dakota State. The Bruins 16 kills on 34 attacks. Only 3 errors. For Dakota State, 10 kills on 35 attacks. 7 errors. 15 assists for the Bruins, 10 for Dakota State. 16 digs for Bellevue, 14 for Dakota State. 2 blocks for the Trojans, 1 for the Bellevue Bruins. Sydney Shell leading the way on the Trojan side of the net with 3 kills. Brooklyn Grage and Tristan Maris have 2 apiece. They're the top hitters for the Trojans. For the Bellevue Bruins, Haley Fleischman and Sydney Sledge each have 4 kills. Keely Kivanimi with 3. They're the top 3 hitters for the home team. Again, the winner of tonight's matchup gets the automatic bid to the NAIA National Tournament. Bellevue is currently the number 5 team in the NAIA, so win or lose, they're going to qualify as either the automatic bid or an at-large. Dakota State is currently receiving votes, so if they win, they'll get that automatic bid. If they lose, they still may be in contention for an at-large bid. The final selection of 48 schools to participate in the national tournament, that will be announced on Monday. A show on the NAIA.org website will reveal who the teams are and who their opponents will be in next Saturday's opening round matchup. Bruins will host. That's already been decided at Bellevue West High School, as the Lozier Center does not meet the requirements for ceiling height for NAIA National Tournament competition. The Bruins are now on the right side of your screen. The Dakota State Trojans on the left. Final year for the North Star Athletic Association Conference. Both these schools will be joining several other conference members in moving to the Frontier Conference next year. So some new opponents and some familiar faces for next year's volleyball schedule. All sports, basically. All right, Dakota State will have the first serve in set number 2. Madeline Groft, the Millette, South Dakota native, gets us started. Short serve handled by Fountain. Iwohi to the middle. Kaylee Tivanimi with the tip. Kept alive by the Trojans, tipped across. Nice athletic play by Keeley to reach out to that one. Haley Fleischman pounds it down. Haley's been a dominating force at that middle. That's her 5th kill of the match. Kenzie Polk checks back into the outside as Eve Fountain readies to serve. Eve spanks the volleyball into submission. She awaits the serve and sends it across. Tip from the middle. Fleischman puts it right back. Haley now controls it to Iwohi from the back row attack. Eve Fountain goes over the top of the blockers and splits the back row defenders. Nicely executed by the Bruins. Maybe caught the Trojans by surprise with a back row attack. 2nd kill of the match for Eve. Hits the white tape at the top of the net and falls down. So the serving air against the Bruins gives a free point to the Trojans. Allie Butler checks back into the back row. As the next server for the Trojans is Logan Conlon. Line drive type serve. Taylin Kiefer handles that one. To the right side, Kaylee Kivanimi. That one deflected off the ceiling. And so it'll be a point for the Bruins. Conlon there, but so much power on that attack. Her return scraped off the tiles on top of the ceiling. This has been a great place to play for the Bruins over the years, but the new facility will have much higher ceilings. To the increased level play. A service ace for Taylin Kiefer as that one drops about a foot inside the back line. So Taylor doing the job on defense mostly, but there's a nice offensive play as well to go along with that. That's the 25th ace of the season for Taylin. Again, going deep. Conlon handles that one. Groft has to travel. Shell kind of caught in midair, gets it across. Here's Kivanimi from the right side. She'll tip it. Nice play by Van Royen. Puts on the brakes before going across the line. The attack by Grage, handled by the Bruins. Kivanimi again, another one off the ceiling. This one stays on the Dakota State side, so they keep playing. Here's Savannah Berger, blocked in the middle. Nice play there on defense by Macy Wathen for the block against Berger. Wathen giving up several inches there, but making the play. Good timing. Checking back into the front row comes Hannah Evans. And serving is Reagan Van Royen. Polk on the serve receive. Polk on the attack. It's a tip. And into the net. Kill for Kenzie Polk, as Madeline Groff couldn't control that one. So the Bruins doing a nice job of mixing up tempo at the net. Some blasts and some touches. Sydney Sledge back in. Tori Runyon back in.
Now serving.
Bruins up by 3. Bruins up 1-0. Early points of set number 2 here. As Tori, the freshman out of Indianola, Iowa, one of the 2 newcomers to the Bellevue roster this year. That one's hit into the net by Brooklyn Grage. Grades from Brandon, South Dakota. That's in the Sioux Falls area. My wife's a Sioux Falls native, so spent a lot of time going up I-29 between Omaha and Sioux Falls. Runyon continuing on serve. That one's going to be a little bit short. Just didn't get a good hit coming out of her hand with that one. She realized it, but three-point game. Back into the front row comes Tristan Maris. And serving is Maddie Langerock. Gallatin, Minnesota, her hometown. Butler on serve receive. Bruins doing a great job on serve receive. That set a little bit too far there. Kenzie was trying to go a little bit more to the inside. The set was to the outside. So the point for the Trojans. Back-to-back points for the visitors from Madison, South Dakota. Polk on receive. Runyon to Savannah Berger. And blocked back again. Not sure if it was Tristan Maris or Hannah Evans on the block there, but Savannah blocked on consecutive attacks. Trish now off the bench, giving her some instructions, maybe kind of go offside or off to the side of the block, or a tip here to loosen them up. That serve just clears the net. Again, Polk on the attack. Athletic play with the back of the hand, again off the ceiling. Conlon making the play for the Trojans on the attack. Here's Sydney Sledge on the attack. Conlon on the defensive dig. That one spun off the hands, but with the new rule that's outside the antenna. And Dakota State fans and head coach Amy Wienhoff questioning that call outside the antenna. It's a tough angle. Now the officials are going to gather together here to see if anybody had an angle on that. Again, Gregory List, our up official. Dave Spencer, our down official. The two line judges are Jason Carper and Susan Kiley. And after conferring, they decide to go with the replay.
Replay call.
Well, no points allowed, obviously, on the replay. As a serve once again from Reagan Van Rooyen. Nice job by Runyon to get down to get that set. Shell from the outside. She tips it over the top. Runyon handles it. Savannah Berger to Sydney Sledge. We don't see that very often, but the Bruins make it work. Taylor Kiefer with a nice play to get it across the net. Here's the right side attack by Maris. Allie Butler is there, takes it off the chest. Runyon back in. Butler will roll it back across. Both teams keeping the ball alive. Here's Shell. She'll hit it into the net. So the hitting air gives the point to the Bruins and a 7-5 lead. So again, a nice serving string by Reagan Van Rooyen, cutting the deficit for the Trojans. Here's Kenzie Polk at the service line as E. Fountain checks back into the front. Nice pass by Van Rooyen to Grage. That's going to be a kill from the outside. Sydney Shell with that kill. Shell now with 4 kills on the afternoon, so she's 2 kills away from being the all-time careers leader in kill for Dakota State. Ray Kimoto checks back into the back row for the Bruins as Shell will be at the service line. Serving from the far left side of the service area over by her team's bench. Kimoto on the serve receive. Runyon to one hand, back set to Sydney Sledge. And Sydney with the kill off the shoulder of Sydney Shell. Audrey Sanford back in to serve. Haley Fleischman back in for that middle hitter position. Well, we've got 3 seniors in the front row right now. Sledge, Fleischman, and Fountain. Very experienced crew for the Bruins. Let's see if they can accumulate some points here behind the serving of Audrey Sanford. She did a nice time her first time up. That service he dug out of the net. Nice play by the setter, Maddie Langerock. Here's Sydney Sledge with a big blast. That's going to go out of bounds off his shell. Sydney bangs down another kill for the Bruins. The lead goes back to 3 points. Sledge now with 5 kills for the Bruins. That ties her for the lead. 6 kills is my computer update. 6 kills for Sydney Sledge. She's on top. Short surf, forcing Shell to come up. Right side attack. Nice timing there on the approach by Tristan Maris to get the kill off of E. Fountain's left arm. Back in comes Macy Wathen.
Now serving Coach State, Kate Van Rooyen.
Taylor Kiefer back in at libero as Kate Van Rooyen serving for the Trojans. Line drive type serve. Runyon travels, gets it, sets it for Sledge deep, half speeder. Van Rooyen gets the dig. Push to the outside. The attack by Wathen is covered up. Runyon's second hit attack. Short over the top by Maris. Torrey's going to go all the way outside to E. Fountain. That one's blocked back. A net violation. That's going to go against the Trojans.
Net violation. Dakota State, point Bruins.
Not sure what number was called on the violation, but the way we look at it, it's a point for the Bellevue Bruins. Again, a 3-point lead at 10-7. Mila Iwohi checks back in to serve and run the offense from that center position. The Eva Beach, Hawaii native sends it across. Wathen dug up by Kimoto on a nice play. Here's E. Fountain across court, dug up by Van Rooyen on a nice play. From the right side, the attack by Maris, handled by Bellevue. Half speeder, Keely Kivanimi went to the touch and got it to go. Kivanimi with 6 kills now. So Sydney and Keely atop the leaderboard for the Bruins. Haley Fleischman with 5 right behind. Mila, powerful serve that time. Played by Haley Wathen, tip across the middle. Bruins there to cover it. Haley, tip. Stretching out is Langerock to handle it. Pushed across to the Bruins side. Mila, backside, Keely, long jet, power stroke, cross court, just inside the near sideline. And the Bruins extend the lead back out to 5. Timeout called by head coach Amy Wienhoff as the Bruins and the Trojans battle in set number 2 with Bellevue up 1-0. Time for our coaches salute for the Dakota State Trojans, 18-11 overall. Amy Wienhoff, the head coach. She's been there for 16 years. Her assistant coaches are Laura Babcock, a former player back in the days of Presentation College. That university or that school closed a couple of years ago. Ashley Hill, the other assistant coach. For the Bellevue Bruins, Trish Sedlick, the North Star Coach of the Year, now in her 19th season. Her second-year assistant coaches are Brian Gold and Braden Hall. Thanks again to Brian for helping out on yesterday's broadcast. First couple of sets. Did a nice job bringing his expertise to the program. 402-515-7654. We just got notification there's a packed living room on the Feeney farm cheering for our girl Haley Fleischman and the Bruins. That's out in central Nebraska. Haley from Overton. Was talking to Haley at the awards ceremony the other night. She's got a decision to make as she continues her postgraduate degree. She's got offers from 3 different universities, so we wish Haley good luck in whatever the future brings to her. And thanks for listening on the Feeney farm.
Now serving Bellevue.
Bruins up 12-7 as Mila Iwohi back to serve once again. Aloha to all the Iwohi family listening in for Mila and her sister Leah. On the outside attack by Haley Wathen. Bruins handle that. Here's Keely Kivanini. That one's blocked back. Bruins reset. Again, Haley Fleischman on the set. Haley pounds that one, but a nice dig by Shell. Again to the outside by Wathen. Bruins block that one back. Eve Fountain on the attack on the overpass. And Eve, excited, up and down. Jumps like a rabbit, jumps like a kangaroo, whatever animal you want to use, but uses that in her athletic ability and also for her excitement as well. Bruins up by 6. Eve picks up her 4th kill of the afternoon. Mila continuing on serve, goes to a shorter, softer serve. Again, the overpass. Eve didn't get a full windup. She's laughing at herself. Shell, second hit attack off of Haley's hand at the middle. So one more kill for Sydney Shell, and she will be the all-time kills leader for the Dakota State University squad. Madeline Croft back into the contest to serve. Taylor Kiefer on the money, Mila, and that's going to be a point for Dakota State as Mila went up above the net. She does have some good jumping ability. At 5 foot tall, she's able to get up, but as a back row player, she can't make contact above the net. One of the deficiencies of a 2-center offense. Kiefer again the target, this time right on the money with the pass. The set, however, goes too long off the antenna. And the lead is cut to 3 points at 13-10. Groff continuing on serve. Line drive serve again. Kiefer the target. To the middle, the tip by Kivanimi. That one's brought up by Haley Wathen. Right side attack, just inside the far sideline. The kill by Brooklyn Grage. For Grage, her third kill of the contest. And the Trojans on a little run, close the deficit to 2. Kiefer, Iwohi, Kivanimi, there we go. The Bruins get that point on the quick pass, set, and attack. Kenzie Polk checks back into the Bellevue lineup as the outside hitter.
Now serving Bellevue.
As he found ready to serve once again. Back row attack, Sydney Shell, dug up by Mila Iwohi. Fleischman with the pass outside, Keely Kivanimi down the line, overpass Keely once again, and another nice play by Shell to keep it alive. Kiefer on the dig for the Bruins. Here's Keely again, her third attack goes half speed. Van Royen keeps it alive. Mila can't quite get there in time. And the Trojans stave off a couple of strong Bruin attacks in that one to earn the point. And again, a 2-point game at 14-12. We saw Dakota State do this last night against the University of Jamestown. They lost the first set, and then in the second set, they found new life, able to win sets 2, 3, and 5 to continue their season to today's championship. A little towel duty to wipe up some perspiration, and we're back to the action. Serving is defensive specialist Logan Conlon. Just over the top of the net. Kiefer there on serve receive. Haley Fleischman to the middle. Van Royen gets a hand on it to keep it alive. Free ball coming the Bruins' way. Butler, Iwohi, Kivanimi put it in the books for the Bruins. Dakota State continuing to play, thinking that they may have had a foot save on that. The official said no, it touched the floor and the foot simultaneously, so point for the Bruins. Back up by 3. Savannah Berger back into the middle row. Here's Taylon Kiefer. Graduate student. One more year. Thought about putting an end to her career last year, but came back for one final season. Butler on the dig. Berger on the attack. Conlon on the dig for the Trojans. Push to the outside. Sydney Shell. That one hits right on the purple line in the back. And with that kill, Sydney Shell becomes the all-time career kills leader for Dakota State University. Congratulations to her for that achievement. Sydney Shell, the 5'8" senior from Aberdeen, South Dakota. Kudos to you. Back to the action. That serve goes long on the attempt by Reagan Van Royen. She'll step out. Kate Van Royen will step back in. So an exchange of Van Royen bodies in the back row. Victoria Runyon back into serve and set for the Bruins. Quick glance over to Trish Sedlick. I can never quite see what fingers Trish puts up behind her clipboard. Off the shoulder of Van Royen near the back line. Here the Bruins on the attack. All the way outside to Kenzie Polk. A strong hit by Kenzie to knock that one down. Kenzie, the 5'10" junior out of North Platte. North Platte and Overton, they're both out in the central part of the state, Nebraska. Bruins back up by 4. Runyon again to serve. Van Royen the target. Set to the right side for Grage. Dug up by Runyon. Here's Kenzie Polk once again. That's blocked back by Grage. Butler on the pass to Sydney Sledge on the right side attack. Dakota State makes the play. Pushed outside to Shell, and she hits it off the side of her hand into the net. The Bruins another point, and again back to a 5-point lead as we get near the 20-point mark. Bellevue with both of their timeouts remaining. Dakota State has used one. Runyon, strong serve that time, and it's going to be an ace for Torrey. The freshman setter pounds that one through. And Dakota State will take their second timeout. Bruins up 1-0, up 19-13 in set number 2. 18th ace of the season for Torrey with that last rocket. At the conclusion of today's match, we'll have a trophy presentation ceremony to the winner The 2024 North Star Athletic Association Volleyball Tournament champion. The Bellevue Bruins and the University of Jamestown Jimmies were co-champions at 9-1 in the regular season. It'll either be the Bruins or the Trojans to receive the tournament trophy after today's matchup. Couple of more. The Grages in New York are cheering for Brooklyn and the Trojans. We've got Grages all over the place. Thanks, you guys, for sending in your text message. This is Michael from LaSalle, Colorado, watching my sister Logan Conlon play. Go DSU. Thanks, Michael. Logan's done a nice job on the 2 matches of this semifinal and final in serving and as a back row specialist.
Now serving Bellevue, Victoria Runyon.
Logan started her college career at Otero College in Colorado, now a Dakota State Trojan. Back to the action. Here's Tori Runyon continuing on serve. Conlon on the receiving end of that to the outside. Grage with the big hit on the overpass. And then the second attack. Brooklyn Grage able to get the job done, the 6-foot senior.
Coming for DSU, number 4.
5-point game as Maddie Langerock back in.
20, Tristan Harris.
Tristan Maris also back into the front row for Dakota State. Butler on serve receive. Kenzie Polk on the attack, gets it through the double blockers and puts it down. Maris and Evans were there. I think it went through the hands of Evans, so she didn't quite close it in time to turn it around. The Bruins, the first team to 20. Here's Kenzie at the serving line. Little jump serve, tight to the net, and it's going to go under the net. Point for the Bruins on the Kenzie Polk ace. Kenzie's got a very strong serve. Controlling it sometimes is the issue, but she really tries to put the team out of system with her serve. That one's going to sail about 10, 12 feet. Almost, catch that camera. It bounced and hit the camera behind the Dakota State Trojan squad. And now a couple of the players able to right the camera and save probably $1,000 worth of equipment. Here's Sydney Shell to serve. Ray Kimoto on the serve receive. Push to the outside. Eve Fountain waits, then puts it across. Van Royen on a nice play on the dig. Half-speed attack. Haley Watson comes through for the Trojans there. They're back by 5 once again, but the Bruins only 4 points away from the win. Shell continuing on serve. That one's going to carry long. Good decision by Ray Kimoto. I think Talon talking to her as well to let it go long. The one game that I saw for the Bruins that they played that I didn't broadcast because we had an internet outage, I was amazed at the way the Bellevue back row players talk to each other. Talon Kiefer, Eve Fountain, Ray Kimoto, all the young ladies who play back there. Good example of that right there. Here's the serve from Audrey Sanford. Langerock backside set to Maris, and that splits the defenders for the kill. The Bruins would not mind trading point for point here on out. Sanford back out. Talon Kiefer back in for the Bruins in that libero spot. So we've got Kiefer and Kimoto and Fountain in serve receive to await this from Kate Van Royen. It's Talon who makes the play. Right side attack by Sydney Sledge. Goes flying sideways to the net. And the cross-court kill. Sydney now with 7 kills on the afternoon. 2 points away from the win as Mila Iwohi awaits. Goes down the line and just misses that near corner. Far corner from me, near corner for the Trojan bench. Change of setters for the Trojans. Madeline Groff back in. She'll be at the service line. And back into the front row is Brooklyn Grage. Kiefer, she's been a target for a lot of the afternoon. Haley Fleischman on the slide. Shell goes down for the dig. Push to the outside. A nice strong cross-court hit by Haley Watson. Back-to-back points for the Trojans. Bruins still up by 4. Groff, the graduate student, Continuing on serve. Talon, a nice job on serve receive. Eve Fountain on the attack. Off the assist in the front row, and the Bruins at set point, 24-19. Kenzie Polk checks back in. Eve Fountain trying to do the honors to win set number 2 at the serving line. Line drive type serve popped up in the air. Push to the middle attack. Fountain goes down to handle that. Here's Kenzie Polk down the line, just outside that corner. And the Bellevue Bruins go up 2-0, winning set number 2 by a score of 25-19 after winning the first set 25-15. 2 sets in the books. Bruins on top. They just need 1 set to be the conference champions in the final year of the North Star Athletic Association. The Trojans still have a chance, but they need to win the last 3 sets in order to do that. In set number 2, the Bruins hit 333, 206 attack percentage for Dakota State. The Bruins with 17 kills on 42 attacks. The Trojans 10 kills on 34 attacks. The Bruins overall hitting 355 on the match, 145 for Dakota State. Bruins with 31 assists, 19 for Dakota State. Bruins with 35 digs to 32 for the Trojans. 1 block for the Bruins to 4 for the Trojans. Leading the way for the Dakota State offense, Sydney Shell with 6 kills on the match. She is now the new career kills leader for the Dakota State Trojans. Congratulations once again to her. She also has contributed 5 digs. Brooklyn Grage with 5 kills. Tristan Maris with 4. Haley Wathen with 3. Madeline Groft and Macy Wathen with 1 apiece. 9 assists for Maddie Langerock. 7 assists for Madeline Groft. Kate Van Rooyen with 12 digs, the top individual in that defensive category. Keely Kivanimi with 8 kills for the Bellevue Bruins in 18 attacks. Sydney Sledge has 7 in 13 attacks, both of them hitting at or above the 400 mark. Kenzie Polk has 6 kills in 14 attacks. Haley Fleischman has 5 in 11. Eve Fountain also 5 in 11. Savannah Berger has 2. Mila Iwohi and Victoria Runyon, each of them with 13 assists in that center position. The Bruin defense, a crew of Bruins with 5 or more digs, including Mila Iwohi, Rayanne Kimoto, Allie Butler, Eve Fountain, and Talon Kiefer. So congrats to that team effort in the back row. Thanks once again to Logan Grant, our guy behind the camera and running the board. He's a Bellevue baseball player. He's been part of our team behind the scenes for a couple of years now, so thanks again to Logan for his work. Nice crowd on hand on this sunny Saturday afternoon. Actually, we had a few sprinkles of rain earlier, but it's a mostly sunny day. Temperature in the low 60s, which is great for mid-November in Nebraska. But they're saying next week winter may arrive. As we get back to work, the teams switch sides of the court once again. The Bruins now on the left side and the Trojans on your right side as you view it. One more time, we'll give out that text message number, 402-515-7654. If you'd like to send along your greetings today. Here's Mila Iwohi with the first serve for the Bruins. Right down the line, handled by Haley Wathen. Wathen on the tack. Bruins, 1 hit left. Eve Fountain, half-speed roller over the top. Handled by Langerock. Here's Wathen again. Bruins push it up in the air. Here's Keely Kivanini from the right side. And the North Star Athletic Association Player of the Year gets set number 3 started out in fine fashion for her Bruins with that kill down the line. Iwohi again on serve. Goes to the opposite way short. Kate Van Rooyen with the sliding reception. Middle attack by by Tristan Maris is pushed back in the middle. Haley Fleischman turned it around, and then the Dakota State Trojans couldn't handle it, so the Bruins up 2-0. If the Bruins get off to a quick start here, it would be demoralizing for the Trojans, knowing they have a big hill to climb. Iwohi once again. Strong serve this time. Van Rooyen handles it. Pushed by Langerock to the right side, or excuse me, the left side. The attack by Macy Wathen for the kill. Haley Wathen, a senior. Macy Wathen, a sophomore. Back in comes Logan Conlon, the Colorado native. Her team down 2-1, down 2-0. Taylon Kiefer, Mila Iwohi, Keely Kivanimi. Conlon with a nice dig, diving in the back row. Sydney Schell, cross court. Kiefer is there for the Bruins. Eve Fountain with the outside. That's the kind of signature power stroke that we've seen from Eve throughout her career here at Bellevue University.
Now serving.
And now it's Eve's time to serve. Line drive, cross court, Conlon on the reception. Middle attack, kept alive by the Bruins, and tipped back across. Trojans reload, Langerock to the outside to Schell. Bruins get hands on it at the net. Iwohi, backside set, Keely Kivanimi can't handle it. That set just a little bit too tight to the net for Keely to do much with it, so it'll be a 4-hit attack against Bellevue. And the 3-2 score. Back into the game to serve comes Reagan Van Rooyen. Allie Butler back in for defense with the Bruins, as Van Rooyen's targets will be Polk, Kiefer, and Butler. It's Polk who makes the play on the serve reception. Haley Fleischman on the quick set to the middle. Back on the Bruins side, will reload. Outside, Kenzie Polk is pushed back by the blockers there. Haley Fleischman tried to turn around on the second hit attack, but it winds up in the net for the Trojan point. Haley got off to a strong start today, the first couple of sets. Been a little quiet since then, but still a total of 5 kills thus far. Van Rooyen again on serve. This time it's Kiefer on serve receive. Here's Kivanimi, cross-court rocket. Kivanimi and Fountain, the two strongest hitters for the Bruins in terms of sheer power, coming off those pins. That's a tough chore for the back row to handle that when they get a good look. 4-3, Kiefer now on serve. Line drive type serve handled by Van Rooyen to Langerock, backside set. And down, Kenzie Polk got most of that block. Savannah Berger was over there with her as well. Trojans trying to regroup with a quick huddle after that last play. Tristan Maris got a good approach, but the Bruin blockers read the angle of attack and turned it around. Here's Taylon for another serve. Langerock again trying to get that set. Assist she does, as Sydney Schell adds to her career-leading totals with that blast from the outside. Groff back in. Evans back in, Grage back in. Grage and Evan, both those twin towers for the Trojans in the front row, along with Sydney Schell, so they were in a good rotation for their attacking front line. Kenzie Polk up near the ceiling. Back row attack from Allie Butler. Deflected, but a nice play by Groff to keep it alive. Schell is deflected up in the air and then down on the ground. Kivanimi got a hand on it. Polk couldn't quite get there in time to handle that deflection. So 5-5 our score. Groff, another serve. Just over the top of the net. Butler there. Iwohi to the outside. Keely with that backhanded punch. Nice play by Conlon on the dig. Kivanimi on the block. Keely got most of that. Again, Savannah Berger helped with that double block. But the outside players have earned those turnarounds the last couple of times for the Bruins. Sydney Sledge back into the front row. Tori Runyon back into serve and set. Tori and Savannah, only the two new players this year for the Bellevue Bruins. Over the course of the year, talking to players, they've talked about how well they have blended with the returning players from last year. Here's Grage on the cross court. Taylon Kiefer with the dig. Nice play by Sledge to get it across the net. Berger sets it up for Polk. She's going to tip it. Groff able to get there and keep it alive. Schell, the attack. But it goes wide into the Bruin bench, played by assistant coach Brian Gold. 6-6 our score. The Trojans with a short-lived lead. Now they're checking something at the score set. Now they're getting the score correct, so it wasn't a short-lived lead. The Bruins up 7-5. Here's another serve from Runyon. Line drive type serve. Van Rooyen to Groft. Quick set in the middle. Sydney Shell deposits that on the Bruins side. And now a one-point game once again. Both teams very effective when they go to those short, quick attacks, as was demonstrated there. Here's Sydney Shell. She's now in the back row to serve. Haley Wathen checks into her spot in the front. Runyon backs up a couple steps, feeds it out to Kenzie Polk, and Polk with a blast. Groft has a deflect off her palm up against the banners for the conference championships for basketball and volleyball.
Now serving Bellevue, Kenzie Polk.
Here's Polk rotating to serve. Kenzie, hard-driven serve, handled by Shell. Pushed by Groff to the outside. On the attack, Haley Wathen. Runyon handles the first hit. Sydney Sledge down the line, touched at the net. Sydney with another kill, her 8th.
Sydney Sledge, Bellevue.
Bruins again with points of attack from all over the net. They're not just a single attack team. Trojans doing a pretty good job of mixing it up as well. Here's Grage from the right side, and there's going to be a net violation as Brooklyn hit the top of the net on her follow-through. So a point for the Bruins and a 4-point lead.
Point, Bellevue.
Polk again on serve, and that one into the net.
Serving short, point, Trojans. Serving to Bellevue, number 13, Ryan Kimoto.
Bellevue with 4 serve aces against 6 serve errors. Dakota State no serve aces against 3 errors. Here's Kate Van Rooyen, the libero. That serve to her libero counterpart, Taylon Kiefer. Sydney Sledge cross court up again off the rafters. Kept alive by Grage and then tipped across. Nice play by Kimoto to get the dig. And a smack from the outside by Eve Fountain results in another Bruin point and a return to a 4-point lead. Sydney Shell looks like she's going to be okay after landing awkwardly on that dig attempt. Now she'll do a little housekeeping. Audrey Sanford checking in, now patiently waiting to serve. The 5'4" junior. Sends it across. Van Rooyen, Groff to the middle. That one's followed through by Wathen. Macy Wathen with a stroke, her 3rd kill of the set, of the match, excuse me. Back in comes Tristan Maris to the front row. And with the change of setters, Maddie Langerock in to serve. Taylon Kiefer right near the back line. Sets it up nicely. Sydney Sledge. Back to the Bruins side. Nice job at the net by Langerock to keep the play alive. Where's Runyon going to go? Eve Fountain on the outside. Shell on the dig. Wathen on the attack, and just inside the near sideline, Macy Wathen with a couple of kills here in the last couple of plays for the Trojans. Lead cut to 2 at 11-9. Again, the air conditioning is on, but we've got an abnormally warm day for the middle of November, and these ladies are working real hard, so little drops of perspiration. Here's Langerock, the junior out of Ballatin, Minnesota, continuing on serve. Kiefer, Runyon, Sledge, boom, point for the Bruins. Sydney Sledge has really grown during her 3 years here at Bellevue University. A high school player who was an attacker and a setter at Omaha Marion. She's really grown in that right side attacking spot. The Bruins back up to a 3-point lead as Mila Iwohi looks over to Trish Sedlick, holds up several fingers. Again, the short serve. Shell having to come up to make the play. That's going to be a 4-hit attack as Macy Watson couldn't do that with the set. That was a little bit too long. Dakota State with a 5-set tough match, 2.5-hour matchup last night against Jamestown. Don't know if any tiredness or ever might be settling in at this point, but they're still battling hard. Cross-court attack by Watson, handled by the Bruins, and Kaylee Kivanimi just inside the antenna. Here's Watson again. That one's blocked back by Kivanimi. Here's Watson again, blocked back by Kivanimi and Fleischman. Now go to the other side, and that's blocked over there by Fountain and Fleischman. Still tipping over. The Bruins doing a strong job at the net. Here's Eve Fountain off the blocker's hands and down. Bruin blockers with great timing. They're getting to the net, getting up in penetration. And a timeout called by Dakota State as the Bruins with a 14-9 lead, leading the match 2-0. Trojan blockers just a little tardy on that one when Fountain hit it. The blocker was about a foot off the net on the Dakota State side, so it's going to drop on the Trojan side with contact there. Sydney Shell, the leading attacker with 9 kills for the Trojans. Brooklyn Grage with 5, 4 apiece for Macy Watson and Tristan Maris. Haley Watson has 3. Keely Kivanimi, 10 kills for the Bruins. Sydney Sledge with 9. E. Fountain with 8. Kenzie Polk with 7. Haley Fleischman with 5. Savannah Berger with 2. Those are the individuals getting the glory at the front row. Mila with 17 assists. Tori with 16. And the Bruins with a whole host of players with 5 or more digs in that back row. Tori, Talon, Rayanne, Allie, and Eve. All of them with 5 or more digs in the back row for the Bruins. For the Trojans, Kate Van Royen with 12 digs. Sydney Shell with 7. Madeline Croft also with 7. They're the top defenders on the Trojan side. 14-9 our score as we get back to the action. Mila Iwohi to continue on serve. I got a whole bunch of texts here that I forgot to get to. I'll try to get them in as we go. Here's Mila. Serve, short serve into the net. Cheering on the Bruins in North Platte, Nebraska, hometown of Kenzie Polk. Go Kens, go Bruins. Thanks for the live streams and commentary. Well, thank you. I always appreciate a nice compliment. Back into the match comes Logan Conlon to serve for Dakota State. Line drive serve. Kiefer thought about letting that go, played it. Haley Fleischman from the outside. We don't usually see Haley there, but in this rotation, that's where she starts. And the Bruins again transition from serve receive to set to kill. Go Bruins, watching from Michigan. All right, not sure who that is, but we're glad you're joining us up there in Wolverine country. Eve Fountain on serve. Trojans on the middle, attack by Watson. Eve gets to it, but it bangs off the ceiling and down on the floor for the kill for Macy Watson. Macy, the second leading attacker for the Trojans. Now with 6 kills on the match. Reagan Van Royen checks back in to serve. Butler, Kiefer, and Polk await the serve. It's Kenzie. Mila back to Kenzie on the outside attack. Just misses the end line on that. About a foot or so. Trojans back to within 3. Van Royen continuing on to serve. Van Royen's done a great job serving in both of the semifinal and the finals matches at the Lozier Center. Here's Keely Kivanimi from the right side. Block back, but the Bruins make the defensive play. Here's Kenzie from the opposite side. Langerock on the dig. Right side attack, cross court by Tristan Maris. Trojans back to within 2, trying to get some good karma. Go Bruins, sending love from Michigan. That's Coach Gold's family. Thank you very much. Brian Gold and Braden Hall, both in their second year as assistant coaches. Keely Kivanimi, that's blocked by Shell and Evans. And the Trojans back within 1, giving their fans something to cheer about. Trish Sedlick will call her first timeout. It's Bellevue 15 and Dakota State 14. We're in set number 3. Let's go Trojans, cheering from Windham, Minnesota, home of Tristan Maris. Maras, not Maris, rooting for the reverse sweep. All right, sorry about the incorrect pronunciation. Maras, not Maris. All right, I guess I had Roger on the mind as an old baseball guy. He's a North Dakota guy as well. Dakota State with a little bit of life in their huddle as they've made a nice comeback behind the serving of Van Royen. Bellevue not showing too much concern. They still have a 2-0 lead. But the blocking, the strong blocking we saw last night in the semifinal matchup against the Jimmies, Dakota State bringing that back out again in set number 3.
Now serving Dakota State, Reagan Van Royen.
Each team with one timeout left as Reagan Van Royen continuing on serve. Polk on the money to Iwohi to the middle, and Keely Kivanimi able to beat the triple block there, and the Bruins a 2-point lead. Chloe Cloud checking in to the lineup for the Bellevue Bruins. Don't know if Savannah's injured or not, or just Chloe's getting the opportunity here. Chloe, the sophomore from Grand Island, Nebraska. Taylon Kiefer on the serve. The attack from this near side by Shell. Taylon handles that. Here's Kenzie Polk over the top. Handled by Langerock. Shell on the attack. Taylon goes down but can't control it. So Sydney Shell adds to her career-leading totals for the Trojans. Now up to 9 on the match. Back in comes Brooklyn Grage in the front row and Madeline Groff to serve and set. Allie Butler on the money. Iwohi to Kivanimi, right side. Cross-court winner for Keely. Keely with that strong, perfect arm angle, and then that snap of the wrist to give her the top spin to go down. Textbook example of how to attack from the right side. She and Sydney having a great match tonight. Here's Tori Runyon and Sydney Sledge back in. Van Royen to Groft. Shell. Bruins get hands on it. Butler on the dig. Runyon tracks it down, feeds it to Kenzie Polk. Kenzie gets the kill. Brooklyn Grage had the block, but then she just kind of stuffed it against the net. A little frustrated with that. Oh, that was Hannah Evans on that. So the Bruins again push out to a 3-point lead. Would love to keep the momentum going and take this one home in 3 if they can. Again, Runyon, nice job by Conlon. Tipped across by Grage, Bruins. Here's Kenzie Polk from the outside. They say it's wide on the attack, no touch. So the point goes to the Trojans. Haley Wathan back into the front row. Sydney Shell to the back to serve. 2-point game, still anybody's contest here in set number 3. The Bruins winning the first 2. 25-15, 25-19. Again, Polk from the outside, blocked off the hands and out of bounds against Brooklyn Grage. So here's Kenzie. Looking to try to keep these serves in. Put the pressure on the Trojans as they're down by 3 once again. Just over the top of the net. Shell on the reception. Outside, the snap of the wrist and down. Haley Wathan on the Trojan kill. Macy Wathan checks back in, so a couple of Wathans.
Now serving, Coach Kate Van Royen.
And Grage, the front row players for the Trojans. The serve from Kate Van Royen. Taylon Kiefer. Sydney Sledge just in this near corner, so Sydney continuing to swing it well for the Bruins. Sydney now in double digits with 10 kills in 18 attacks, only 1 error. Back to a 3-point lead. Audrey Sanford back in. Haley Fleischman back in. Audrey looks over at Trish Sedlick. Flashes some numbers. Goes long, pushes Shell back. Roth to the right side. The hit by Brooklyn Grage, handled by Sanford. Here's Eve Fountain, get a sharp angle in. Diving save by Shell. Audrey with a nice job covering territory in the back row. Haley Fleischman. Shell with a great dig on the seat of her pants. The outside tag by Watson. Ray Kimoto gets a hand on it, but nobody else can follow. And the point earned by the Trojans. 20-18 our score. Bodies flying all over the floor. On the substitutions, Tristan Maris and Maddie Langerock. Talon on the money. Torrey, second hit attack covered up by Wathen. Right side attack covered up by Kiefer. Pushed outside. Eve Fountain over the top. Nice dig by Langerock. Pushed up into the net on the attack by Haley Wathen. Bruins 21-18 our score. Mila and Keeley back in. Bruins with 3 experienced hitters in that front row. Let's see if the Bruins can earn some points. First, the attack by Wathen through the double block. Macy Wathen, the sophomore. Again, a 2-point game. It's been a 2-3-point game over the last several. Back in, Logan Conlon to serve. Ray Kimoto on the money. Mila Iwohi feeds Eve Fountain in the middle. Triple block, pushes it back to the Bruins side. Haley Fleischman from the right side on the tip. Shell gets there. Right side attack by Maris. Overpass, back to the Bruins side. Haley sets it for Keeley. Keeley cross court, dug up by Langerock. Over the top, Kimoto there to handle the attack by Maris. Eve Fountain just wide, a tough angle. Eve falling back, missed by a foot or two right in front of our broadcast position. Makes it a 1-point game at 21-20. Closest close of a set so far tonight. Conlon serve, handled by Kiefer. Mila to Eve, pushes off the blocker's hands. A great example of a use that time. Eve Fountain intentionally directed off the outside hand of the blocker, and the Bruins back up to a 2-point lead. Polk back to the front row as Eve at the serving line. Near this traditional serving area on the right side. Sends it across. Langerock to Maris. It's going to be just inside the corner. Well, the officials signaling 2 different things.
Point Bellevue.
They're going to say point Bellevue. The up official originally signaled in, then changed his mind, and now Amy Veenhoff will call her second timeout. Not quite sure what happened there. There's no replay available. There will be at the NAIA National Tournament in Sioux City this year for the first time, like the NCAA has it. But on that play, the Bruins get the break and get the point, 23-20. Again, strategy times in both huddles. Amy Veenhoff with her Trojans, Trish Sedlick with her Bruins. Again, I want to remind you that the NAIA National Tournament show will be on Monday beginning at noon. I believe you can find it through naia.org. The Tournament Selection Committee will announce the 48 teams who will participate in the 2024 NAIA National Tournament. The opening round first next Saturday. And then the National Championship round in Sioux City, Iowa. That begins on December 4th and runs through the 10th at the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa. Bruins have been to the national tournament 16 times, 15 of those times under head coach Trish Sedlick.
Now serving.
Only 2 times since 2007 have the Bruins not qualified for the NAIA National Tournament. Back to the action. Bruins 2 points away from the sweep. Eve Fountain on serve. Conlon On serve receive to Shell on the outside. Talon, a nice sliding dig. Mila, back row attack to Fountain. That's blocked. Wathan and Shell combined. I think Macy got most of that block. So 23-21. Fountain steps out. Allie Butler takes her place in the back row. As Reagan Van Royen back into serve once again. Kenzie Polk, Mila Iwohi, Kaylee Kivanimi dug up across the way by Langerock. Right side attack, snap of the rip. Butler can't handle it on the attack by Tristan Morass. A 1-point game. Trish Sedlick will call her second timeout, so now both teams are out of timeouts unless we go to extra points. It's the Bruins 23 and the Trojans 22. Not sure if we're going to have a post-game show with head coach Trish Sedlick and any of the players. We normally like to do that, but with this championship day, the young ladies like to celebrate, take photos, and hug the trophy, or whatever, participating with that. So we'll see if we have that available. So hang with us as we will cover the post-game trophy presentation for the winner, whichever team wins. But the Bruins in the driver's seat right now with 2-0 and up by 1, 23-22 in this set number 3. Congratulations to the Bellevue men's soccer team. They qualified for the NAIA National Soccer Tournament. That begins next week. Not sure the location or the opponent on that, as their selection show is supposed to be sometime this afternoon. So no timeouts remaining. Again, unless we get to extra points, you get an additional timeout. As Reagan Van Royen, who's been a strong server all tournament long. Couple of dribbles of the volleyball. Now she'll send it across. Kenzie to Mila. Haley Fleischman on the tip. Block back on the attack by Shell. Langerock, right side attack. Backhanded over. Kiefer able to get there. Here's Keeley from the right side. Cross court, off the ceiling and down. Logan Conlon got there but couldn't control it. The Bruins are at match point. 24-22. Chloe Cloud checks back into the front row. As Talon Kiefer, the graduate student, a chance to win it for the Bruins. Trish gives her a signal. Talon sends it across. Conlon to Langerock to Sydney Shell down the line. And the Trojans are still alive as Sydney Shell able to put that one in over the top of the blocker. Shell in double digits. She'll step out. Grade steps in along with Madeline Groff to serve. Bruins can win it with a point here. Polk, Iwohi, Kaylee Kivanimi banged it off the blockers. Opportunity for the Trojans. It's Shell. She'll go across court. Mila, where's she going to go? Again to Keeley, cross court. Tight at the net. Kiefer there to make the play. Grage cross court. Iwohi with the dig. Kivanimi, the North Star Athletic Association Player of the Year, fittingly wins it with the final kill. The Bruins win the match 25-23 in set number 3 to sweep the Dakota State Trojans. A valiant effort by the Trojans, but the Bruins having a little bit more depth, a little bit more power, and making the plays to win it in straight sets. The teams will shake hand under the net with the victory. The Bellevue Bruins are now 28-3. The number 1 seed holds court to be the conference champion of the final year of the North Star Athletic Association Volleyball Tournament. With the loss, Dakota State drops to 18-12 overall. They are receiving votes in the coach's top 25 poll, so they would still possibly be eligible for a berth in the NAIA National Tournament. We could have 3 teams from the North Star participating out of the 48 involved in the national tournament. So looking down on the floor, you see a jubilant bunch of Bruins. Bellevue picks up its 14th consecutive win. Again, Monday at noon is scheduled to be the start of the selection committee announcement of the 48 teams participating in the NAIA National Tournament. I'm sure if Trish Sedlick gets word of the Bruins' participation earlier than that, she'll post it either on Facebook or on the BUBruins.com website.
Before the presentation of the championship trophy, let's acknowledge these two fine teams for their achievements this year and their play today. Congratulations to Coach Amy Veenhoff and the Dakota State University Trojans for a great season and advancing to the NSAA title game. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the center court for the championship presentation by Bellevue University President Mary Hawkins and Bellevue University Athletic Director Ed Lahorte. The North Star Athletic Association would like to thank Bellevue University for their hospitality and each North Star member institution for their leadership and the many individuals who contribute to the success of the North Star Athletic Association. And now for the presentation of the 2024 North Star Athletic Association Championship Trophy. The Bruins received the NSAA's automatic bid into the NAIA National Tournament. Congratulations to your 2024 NSAA champions, the Bellevue University Bruins.
Again, a very happy bunch of Bellevue Bruins down on the floor. They were conference co-champions, and now the conference tournament champion as they prepare for the NAIA National Tournament beginning next week.
NAIA Athletics. Thanks again.
So Matt Bills and various other photographers and moms and dads, I'm sure, will be taking photos here as the Bruins share this opportunity together. 5 seniors leading the way and a very strong supporting cast of juniors, sophomores, and freshmen have made this season possible. Bellevue now 28-3, the number 5 rated team in the NAIA coming into today's action. A chance to cheer and have it recorded for posterity. Again, congratulations to head coach Trish Sedlick and her crew. And to all the moms and dads and brothers and sisters and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles who have helped support that on another successful season for Trish X. Trish has given me the thumbs down. She won't be coming up because she wants to celebrate with the team. So congratulations again to everybody involved for Bellevue University Volleyball. We'll have next week's opening round of the NAIA National Tournament. It'll be played at Bellevue West High School, just about 5 minutes or so from Bellevue University. We'll have that broadcast for you, so if you can't make it in person, join on in as we get ready for that. All right, thanks once again, everybody, for listening in. Mick Krupski signing off. Volleyball champions of the regular season and the tournament. Congratulations. Bellevue Bruins Sports Network signing off till next week. We'll see you then.